Do you guys like pushing limits? Of course you do. You like the SIG brace, the binary trigger, the bump stock, the Mossberg shockwave, and anything else that is right up and pushing the line of the NFA. Well, today we have the pistol, that's a shotgun, and prominently displayed I have, look at that, 7 different kinds of loads, and we're going to take it out and shoot the silhouette target with it, because we can, and see what we can learn about it. Well, we'll do a little work before we play. So, what you have before you is the Taurus Judge. It's in stainless steel, 2.5-inch cylinder, 3-inch barrel, double action, single action revolver, and it's got a fiber optic sight on the front, which has sadly fallen out and been replaced once already. And these things have a lifetime warranty on them. Taurus, some people like them, some people don't. There's a little wiggle in the lockup that I wish wasn't there, if I'm being honest. But other than that, it's been a functional and reliable pistol. The only time I had any trouble with it was with some Agila 410, I think number 8 or 7.5, something like that, that had warped the hull a little bit. It was low brass, and it blew out the case head and locked up the revolver. But some swift remedial action with a dowel was able to resolve that. And this isn't a self-defense gun that I'm relying on. This is strictly for fun. Alright, when it comes to the Taurus Judge, I think we can all agree that the gun's fun, but the loads are what we're really after. So I've got some triple-aught buck here from Federal. It's the 4-pellet, and it's a pistol version. So it's got a slower muzzle velocity, like a 850. And then we've got the Winchester PDX, and this has got the, let's see, the 3 copper discs in there, and then the load of shot behind it. We've got some S&B Cowboy loads, some hollow points. I guess they're Winchesters. I don't have the box anymore from them. I wanted something a little hotter than the Cowboy loads. Really test this thing out. We've got some other kind of no-name Cowboy action loads. Those are 200 grains. These are S&Bs are 250. I've got some, let's see, 225 grain Hornets, and I haven't even shot any of those yet, so you'll be there with me. And then, what do we got here? Winchester X, number 6. So, we'll take this stuff out and see what we can do with the silhouette. Alright, we're out at the Backwoods Range. We've got the Taurus Judge and a variety of loads. Let's try it out. Picked up some number 9 shot for Fiocchi. It's a little stiff. We'll do 5 shots of that and see how it looks. I'm gonna get up nice and close on this one, up to about 7 yards, because I've seen how this stuff spreads, and quite frankly, otherwise I don't think it's going to stay on the target. I'd say that looked pretty decisive. Well, peppering. Let's go have a closer look. Alright, upon further inspection, we got 13 pellets of number 9 in the red mark, which is, of course, scientifically measured to be exactly the same size as a can of Sam's Choice. of course. Now we've got some high brass Federal number 6. Let's load that up. And this should be pretty satisfying. Hopefully have a little more oomph. And we will save the Fiocchi for short-range clay pigeon shooting. All right, let's do it. All right, well, if it had more oomph, I couldn't tell. So, despite flinching, the number 6 seemed to have served me well. I got 25 of the pellets inside the soda can strike area, so it's pretty good, right? Far better than the number 9. And anyway, you saw the results, as long as the other camera's holding up. Now, I know I said I had some Winchester Super X number 6. I think I've only got 5 of them left, and because they are smooth instead of the rib shells, they eject easier. So I'm gonna say that our Federal high brass is comparable, and in using strictly adhering to the scientific method, right? So we're not gonna shoot those and save them for later. Instead, we're gonna go on to the triple-aught buck with the 4 pellets, and we're gonna move it back to 15 yards. Just should be a little easier to keep these on target, right? It's about 95 out here. So there might have been some double strikes in there, but we got 14 of the 20 pellets on target, and it looks like about 5 in the soda can section, but also the right hand holding the soda can looks pretty beat up. So I'm going to count the right hand shots as soda can shots, since he's going to drop the offending can. I mean, how could you even argue with that? I do have 5 of these PDX shells left. They've got 3 discs and then some copper-plated BBs in behind them. So I'm sitting on a speed strip. Yeah. So let's load that up, head over to 7 yards again, and see how that compares versus the number 6 and the number 9. Maybe I should practice with the speed strips a little more, right? Well, those are a little hotter, and you saw me get bit by a horsefly, so I'm going to be scratching at that for the rest of the trip. All right. Yeah, those are something. And for 7 yards, much tighter groups than we had with the shot. All right, we backed it up to 25 yards, right there, over my right shoulder, and we'll give you a nice view of the valley as well. Cowboy action loads. Let's do it. All right, I'm dripping a little bit. In the interest of full disclosure, my other camera overheated and died. So let's try this again. I was 4 for 5, and these Cowboy loads felt like they were a little all over the place. That looked pretty comparable. Let's have a closer look. All right, we got the S&B Cowboy loads. See if I can't do a little better job. Well, that was way better. Almost. As we'll soon see. Well, 90 degrees is a little hot for our secondary camera, so we're just going to have to see the finale here and with the results. And 1, 2, 3, and 4 shots within close proximity of our faux soda can, and then the last one, which I believe was still preserved on the other clip you should see, went over the left shoulder. So while we're waiting for the other camera to cool off, let's do a quick shot with those Cowboy loads into this apple and this highly offensive Sam's Choice. Blammo. Alright, last up, the Hornet. Got the polymer tip, self-defense rounds. If I play my cards right, this will be my last shot of the day, because I am melting. Alright, well those seem to go high and to the left, whereas the Cowboy loads were at least centered. So we'll see me correcting my point of aim to get my point of impact later on. Well, I just found 5 Winchester hollow points, and they're not exactly going to shoot themselves, so let's do it. 25 yards, man-sized target, 5 for 5. Mercifully, that about wraps it up for the Taurus Judge today. So, this is the last of the Wisconsin pistols. We had a good time. We don't do a lot of revolvers. And that'll do it. See you soon. That was quite the range trip. Invigorating. Lots of ups and downs, twists and turns. You guys have probably guessed I'm just still standing here, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow, right? And we'll just run through the functions of the pistol. We've got the cylinder release here. It's a push forward. I've got the star ejector, and that's housed in there. And if I had any problem with it, it's that when you eject the 410 shells, they hit on this handguard, and that's called the ribber, I guess. Clever name. Those Brazilians. And it seems to do a nice job of taming the recoil. My grandfather was shooting it with me today, and we had a nice time. And shot the triple-aught buck. And it's pretty much just your standard revolver. We'll see what we can do with it. Well, you've already seen. How'd I do? Yeah, don't answer. All right. That's it. Thanks for coming to Northwoods Renaissance. In the future, it's probably going to have to wait till next summer. We'll try a variety of different loads, and if we'll do versus apples, we'll do versus 2 liters. Probably 2 liters. That's always a good spectacle. Anyway, so this isn't the last you've seen of this, but it is going to stay in Wisconsin. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.